and welcome back to another episode of our Subsistence Let's Play Series Survival. I, of course, am Captain MKG. I do appreciate your attendance and joining me here once again as we try and venture out into the wilderness and see what we can grab. We did have a few hunter attacks last time, so we'll try and keep our ears and eyes open for that. I think I'm missing a lockpick, right? Yeah. That's okay. More importantly, I am looking to, again, just kind of reestablish base supplies. And really just get a lot of wood. So that way I can go ahead and, well, finish up the wall here. Because that's really what I'm looking to finish up. So I guess in order to try and maximize the time a little bit, we're going to go ahead and try and hit just the big sixers as much as we can. We're trying to avoid roads if at all possible. I'd rather not have to deal with them tonight. But you just never know when they're going to just pop out of the woodworks and be like, oh, hello, moose. I think you and I have a dinner date. Mostly with your ribs. That's right, dear. Run away. Hoo-ha! Booyah! I'll be back for you, dear. I'll be back for you. That moose. Ha 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 ha. Now, I have been following up a lot with the latest episodes I've been releasing. And we are going to go ahead and, once I get the wall established around here, I am going to go ahead and reinvest in the forward operating base down inside the caverns. Mostly just so if I do get injured again, I will have some backup supplies and whatnot to utilize, so that way it's not so terrible when I, get killed. Oh, huge. Oh, never mind. That was a lock crate. I was like, you jerk. How dare you show me a lock crate. But thankfully it was not another lock crate. Now, to get that moose's attention. Oh, but first, a wolf. Yeah, buddy. Come on down. Come on down. Oh. He's like, I'm dead. Oh. Wash. Well, that's a bear. Yay. Let's not tick off the bear today. Or at least unless we absolutely, positively have to. Instead, let us go find that moose and get ourselves some good old-fashioned ribs for dinner. Here, moose. Moose. I don't see you. Where are you? Don't get spooked by me. Oh, I do hear a pig. Hey, come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Oh, nuts. Oh, you jerk. You jerk. Aw! Dang it. That was practically all my freaking arrows, too. I'm gonna get that pig. Right after I fix myself, I'm going after that one, too. Because his hit points are low. I'm surprised I didn't take him down, though. Actually, no, that is a lie. Because I do know that the arrows only do so much in terms of damage, so. Alright, pork chop. That's right. You're dinner now, buddy. See, this is what happens. This is what happens to all of our things. You can't have nice things this way. Dang it, seriously, where did that moose go? Of course, we're out of arrows, because it wouldn't really be a complete day if I didn't run out. So we're just going to try and take down the moose with the rifle here. I'm sure it's going to take all 5 rounds to take him down. That's okay. Jerk rabbit. His meat will be delicious. It's like, now if I was a moose, where would I have run off to? Come on, moose. Stop playing this game. Because you know what? I am going to win this game, buddy. Unless I spook you by accident, then I'm not going to win the game necessarily. Dang, he ran far. My only hope is that I'm running in the right direction to get him. No feathers to speak of. There's no more arrows to craft. Aw, you jerk. You jerk. Alright, well, now I have to go and make a lockpick, because there's my lock crate that I wasn't thinking I was going to get today, but lo and behold, there she is. Oh, shut up, wolf. I'm trying to find... Oh, nuts. A rogue. Well, isn't that just Jim Dandy? Yeah. So that's where they're camping out. They're camping out pretty close. Yeah, I'm surprised they're up here this close to the base, but... You know. What can I do about that? Except try and steal a chicken. Alright, come on, lock crates. Oh, come on, crates. Oh, might as well get some extra crates while we're just hanging, while we're just, you know, mindlessly going around for a little bit. Ah, feather. But feathers aren't exactly the problem I'm facing. It is more along the lines of actually getting the logs that I need. Ooh. When in doubt, stop for zinc. Because we can always use some more zinc at the base. And yeah, we can use more of that too. My worst fear is that the rogue hunters got the moose. There's 3 of those jerks over there. Yeah, I'll have to figure out where the moose is. So, now it's just the bear. Hey guys. Ooh. Special delivery. Thank you. Alright, let's crank the rest of you guys out to sticks. I know, guys. I know. You guys are fine. Yep. Okay, that's all good. 3 in there. And drop the 4. Take these 2. There you go. Now I kind of missed those stairs. Okay, let's go ahead. Pull out the zinc. Base power looks okay. I'm sure we could use a little bit more. Oh yeah. Crank that fuel on. There we go. Love to hear that hum of the engines. Alright. Go ahead and crack me out some arrows, please. We'll put this stick back into it for now. And we'll drop the rest of this excess gear off for the moment. And drop that. Drop those 2. Drop all this stuff off. Ah, we're a little bit hungry. That's okay. I got the right fixins for you. Oh, that's right. Lockpick. 218.4. Oh, nuts. Well, alright, lock crate's gonna have to suffer for today, since I have no reasonable supplies to actually get it, which means I have to go do some logging tonight. And hopefully I can just whip right through that this evening. You know, in game time, of course. It's already nighttime for me, because it does, like I've mentioned before, help me play the game just a teensy bit better. You know, like actually being able to see things would be, you know, a really helpful thing to have. You in this one, rabbit. Okay. Alright. Now we're off to go find that moose, because obviously he didn't go the south side, so he had to have gone this way. I mean, by reasonable deduction, I would hope he's over here. But we shall see. Let's get out here. But lest we forget our carrots. Or carrot seeds in that instance. Alright, moose. Come on out with your antlers up. You jerk. You disappeared from the map, didn't you? I don't know why you'd want to disappear from the map, but I guess you just don't like me enough. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. That is totally fine. Oh, messed that up. Ah, the hunters are doing good in their new domicile. Now, the reason I said I should have known about the pork chop earlier was just because it had 135 HP, whereas normally the wolves here only have 105 tops for at least level 3 wolves. So, of course, I was trying to go down and catch him. I should have realized it was going to take more than 2 arrows, given how much power the bow has. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna guess the moose disappeared. He disappeared from sight, which is a little bit disconcerting. Not disconcerting, disappointing is the better phrase. Or the better descriptive word. Oh, you jerk. You just had to move, huh? Oh, I see that? He was coming to jump and give me a high five. Thanks, Wolf. Appreciate that from you. From you, buddy. Alright. So now comes a bit of the boring part of the day. Where I have to give in to the necessity and at least chop down the sixers and spend the night chopping down the little pieces of wood that are just hanging around. Is it great? No. Okay. Yeah, because I have to, you know, give up on that moose. He's obviously gone. I don't have enough materials for the lock crate because I don't have enough wood. So that means I need to just start chippity-choppity. Well, at least, you know, during the day here, at least try and get the sixers down. Then at night, go for the small logs while it's too dark out, and be on high alert for potential rogue hunters, or, you know, regular hunters just coming out of the woodworks, just saying hello in the middle of the night, and just messing everything up for me. Especially when I can't see them, and they decide to just, you know, fire away. Yeah. The game's being kind a little bit, since I didn't go get the lock crate, I think. But never think that the game is being kind until you actually have something to be noteworthily kind about. That was probably the worst jumble of words I've ever put together while playing this game. That was truly just an awful phrase, and it wasn't even offensive. It was just like blah 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 blah. So I'm like, great. Let's work on, you know, actually speaking English instead of a vocabulary next time. being able to speak and pronunciate and actually talking into the microphone might actually help for a change. But that is one thing I'm noticing here with the current configuration of my setup is I'm just going to have to look into getting a different mic stand, because the one I currently have is just not flying. It's just not going to work out. So that's something I have to potentially invest in later on. Don't know when, don't know where, but just later on at some point, I'll reinvest in myself here. You know, at least for the gaming purposes. Because it's not just this game, it's also when I go and play D&D too. It helps just to have a proper working microphone. It's not going to be so plagued with, you know, bizarre noises and this and that and yada yada yada. But rather just be a simple, straightforward mic that will actually work and capture the audio efficiently without too much of an issue. And let's see, speaking of issues, sun's going down. We're gonna have to watch ourselves now. Well, you won't have to watch yourselves, everyone. I just need to watch myself in the sense of just trying to take down the trees in a reasonable manner and time frame. It's not going to be so, you know, boring as to, you know, have you not want to watch. Okay. Let's see. Can I get this sixer without any problems? I want to say yes. Well, I scope around and look for problems. Obviously the rogue's down there, right next to the base. If I get bored, I may just go take care of them today. But we'll see about that. Why is the game looking a bit glitchy? I don't understand. I hope it's not recording too terribly then. Or at least when, you know, this is all finished, I hope the game isn't too terrible. Or not the game, but the recording, I should say. I hope it's not too bad. Because I'm not running any additional processes or anything else. It's just recording and us playing. That's it. So, I guess I'll just have to look into that once we get done here with this episode for today. Thankfully, it's not for a little while yet. We try to outmaneuver some of the hunters and go for the gold. Or in this case, oh, mercy. Oh. You want to test me again, sweetheart? Come on. Come on. Oh, that didn't do beans. There you go. Alright, let's see how much fat you have. Not as much as I was hoping for. Sorry about the noise, neighbors. I'm just a little teed off that I lost my moose. So don't mind me as I just, you know, do some hunting and gathering around the forest here. And all stats are looking good for the moment. Okay. Go down and get this sixer. Swing around. Oh, it's a regular hunter. Hey, buddy! Yep, that's gonna happen. Thanks, buddy. Haha. So obviously that wasn't a rogue hunter, but it was a regular hunter, and it has to have been from the fortress. And it had to have been one of the ones I killed previously yesterday. Because he should have been able to take more than 2 shots. Unless I was able to nab him in the head, but I don't know about that. But at least he didn't get me. So, yeah. I'm betting he got that moose, that jerk. You stole my moose, you jerk! You're a jerk, just so you know. Enjoy the beach. Ooh-wee! You want to come play too, buddy? Dang it! I want you guys to just leave me alone. Leave me all alone in my solitude. But you just can't let it go, can you? How many shells do I have? 4 shells? And a full clip of 9s? I might be half tempted to go up there. Yeah, let's just do it. Hey, you jerks! Okay, I see the 2. Oh, merde! Oh, you jerks. Could you not? Hey, buddy. Hey, guy. Just hunters upon hunters upon hunters, huh? Just never gonna end. Oh, you jerks. You really did do a number to the wall again. Where's your other stuff? Come on, give up the goods. Just saw the 1 bag. Come on. Oh, there it is. You feeling lucky, rogues? You feeling lucky? Because guess what? Me too. Me too, rogues. Me too. Come on down. Come on down, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Would anyone else like to come out and play? Because not only have... Oh, there it is. I was like... Because not only would I like to play with you all, but you all are kind of making me lose my focus of figuring out how many of you else are left. Okay, there's that one. Anyone else? Thanks. Appreciate it. Nope, doesn't look like there's anybody else around. So... that makes us the winners, I think. 1 shell left and a full clip in the 9s. Yeah. I say we got a good standing outward. Now that obviously, aside from the rogues, that was obviously from the lakeside hunters. I don't know which ones, but... you know, as far as I'm concerned, it's 4 lakeside hunters now. At least. Alright, so let's go back in and take care of everybody. Make sure everybody's good, bad, and not dead. You guys okay? Yep. You guys are okay. This needs some repair work, though. So let's take care of that. Okay, and And, well, we're going to need some bricks. Let's go ahead and get some of that taken care of then, too. 2, 3, 4, 5. All 4. Take those. Okay. Drop some fat in there for you. And for you. And oh hey, why not? Alright, so obviously the pork chops are nice to have, but they don't really do me any good right now just because I really have nothing else to cook them with because I haven't seen any honey lately. Which could be a little teensy bit of a problem later on. In the sense of trying to figure out, like, how am I going to actually, you know, make these things, but, you know, one problem at a time. Take a couple carrots with us. Come on, get in the water. There you go. Okay. I'll take you 3. Now them. Okay, I'll take these as well. I'll take that. I forgot how much fun it is just to have all this ash at the ready. And all this water, too. Ah, good crop. Good crop of ash, I must say. Okay. All the meats are in. Go ahead and take care of the kids. And I'll come back out here and repair this thing up. I know, you guys are a little bit, you know, sketchy right now. That's okay. I understand. You know, things happen. I'll go ahead and take the hammer and start getting stuff ready here. At the very least, get this fixed. Okay, let's go through the wall. Okay. Not too bad damage-wise, at least on the first level. Okay. Okay. Okay, still looking good, for the most part. Let's go ahead and just give this a jump. Come on, buddy. There you go. All these walls are still looking good. Critters are all set. Let's go ahead and drop our logs in. Just so we know they're all set and ready. Okay. Oh. I'll take those, thank you. Okay, let's drop off the seeds and eggs and other fruits. And that's about it for there. No spare ash to speak of here. I will go ahead and drop 5, and we'll just make some bricks while we're waiting. I'll take another one of these, crack out some bandages. Ooh, excuse me, put the hammer back. Drop some of that gear off. And okay, I think we're ready to go upstairs. Check and see how the kids are doing up here. Oh, you're all been left on. Well, obviously you all need some fertilizer. Oh, someone's ready to be butchered. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it's the rabbit too. Which means we're gonna have to go find another little friend to stick, you know, to hang out here. So, go ahead and replenish. Okay. For a second there, I thought I heard the hunter swimming. Jerks. Hey! Hey you, come here! Get over here. Hey! It's like they know or something. No, I'm just kidding. They're running away because they're injured, but we'll fix that up right quick. Okay, everybody back in. Come on. Today, please. Alright, I'll go back inside. I'll let you all figure yourselves out. Okay. Drop off those little bits. Drop those off. Okay. A little more. Alright, very good. Alright, let's go ahead and crank out the rest in planks. And we'll do 2 more sticks. Yep, there you guys are. I know. But you know what? You forced my hand. Alright, everybody. Cover, please. Alright, y'all are safe now. Okay, 1, 2. Cook those up real fast. Drop off the other potential goods over here. Put our whole chicken away. 3. Take these out and drop the rest. Pull that out. Okay. And reload. Oops, my bad. Still need that. Process. Actually, I'll split that so we can get it done half the time. Take that out. Drop that off. I'm going to need 18 iron pieces because I'm going to make sure I have a lockpick for next time. Drop that off. And we need 4 pieces. Craft away. Oh, that's right, rabbits. All done cooking, eh? Good. Plop you 2 in there. Okay, let's see what kind of havoc is being done up here. Oh, no activity, huh? Alright. For once, I can check the map out. Aw, they're back. It's like they didn't learn their lesson last time. Let's see here. Oh, there's one over there. And one up there, so limited raid over there. What the heck are you doing, guy? He's moving at a good clip, too. If I'm not mistaken, I think... yeah, they're a little upset with me now. Here comes another raid. Oh, yeah. All 3 of them. I guess 2 of them in this sense. I can see you! Come on. Dang it, wrong button. Oh, are you worried about your little buddy? Hey, Dingleberry. Oh, you jerk. Dang it, you jerks. You burn out the shotgun. Son of a gun. Why must you destroy my things? Oh, it's a brand new day in Subsistence land. I know. I'm gonna go fix it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just create, 3 more of those just to be happy. And let's go ahead and pull out. I'm gonna need to fix myself, or at least fix the shotgun. 3 and 6. Okay. 6 and welcome back, buddy. Really? Really? Where's your other friend? Oh, you jerk. It's not going to end well for you, let me tell you that. Dang. These jerks just don't give up. Here I was, ready to have a peaceful evening at home. And what do you all decide to do? Decide to come crash in my apartment, or crash into my neighborhood. Jeebus, you guys. Jeebus. You know, just not that much fun as you think it is. 2. Put those in place. Alright, let's drop off the excess and start crafting up some other stuff that I'm going to need here in a second. Let's go ahead. Actually, go ahead and craft some other stuff while we're hanging out. That back. Shotties. Okay. But that's it. That's all I can afford, okay. Ooh, that's taking damage. That's not good at all. Okay. Yeah, I have no choice now. I really do have to go ahead and I just have to spend a day logging. As much as I don't want to. I don't really have much of a choice at the moment. Okay, so power must be not nominal. So let's empty out the bins. And let's see what we can do here. Oh, yeah, we can spend the better part of the day doing some extra logging around here, because heaven knows we need the parts. Keep everything repaired at least. And we should stay close just so we can go ahead and refuel everything too. Excellent. Go ahead and keep on going. And turn on, my friends. Turn on. Excellent. We're back to norm in no time. Alright, let's check these guys out. Who needs it more? Let's just go ahead and split them up into 4s. Drop, drop. Drop a drop, drop, drop. Ooh, excuse me. Well, that's definitely more hunter activity than I'm accustomed to, but, you know, it is what it is. Pop you on. Take a couple out. Alright. At least the shotgun is fully loaded and ready to rock. Alright. So, like I said, unfortunately, as much as I don't want to, I I do have to burn out some time here and just do some quick logging, because as you can see, the base is kind of not falling apart, but it does have a little bit of issues here trying to keep itself together. Now, of course, that could be helped if I actually had enough plates to go around and make everything basically a big metal wall, but, you know, not too much of that stuff to go around at the moment. You know, it's a bit of a limited demand. Do a quick armor check. We're good. We're still good on nutrients, too, for right now, so that's fine. I know. I said I was going to log, but I also would like to get, you know, some extra stuff here. Oh, you jerk. Get away from me, you dang bear. Just leave me alone. What is that? Oh, that's another bear. I was like, come on, bears, just leave me alone. I don't want to mess with you today. I just want to live in peace. That reminds me of the that little radio ad they had on Grand Theft Auto Vice City about Exploder 2. Does anybody else remember that, or is it just me? No, it's another bear. Let's not rattle their cage today. Oh my goodness. Yes, I get it. You're a bear. You're king of the jungle. Or not king of the jungle. You're ruler of the land. Hooray for you. I, on the other hand, just want to live in peace and live off the land, as my previous incarnations have done so before. Alright, well, since, you know, two bears don't really like me being over here, I guess we'll have to go to the right-hand side of the base and try and get some extra logging material over here instead. I hope no one's, you know, too cheesed off at us to, you know, kick us out of the neighborhood. We'll be back. Hopefully get some more critters for our friend there, because he's just by his lonesome. I mean, we can't have that. We can't have the chicken just sitting there by himself. That's cruel. That's unusual solitary confinement. We have to, you know, bring him some friends to hang around with. And, okay, I do have 3 things on me of water, so I could take out the wolf if needed. But in all honesty, again, as I've mentioned, focus on the logs. Just focus on the logs. And maybe find a little chicken or another rabbit to put. Ooh, speaking of devils. Hey, guy. Are you alive? No. Sorry. Oops, my bad. What the? Okay. Super paranoid at this point. I thought I heard a wolf sniffing. If you can imagine that. So, obviously a little bit off my rocker this evening. But not bad enough for me to for me to stop playing, at least. I will go ahead and stop at around 60 something, just to make sure we have an adequate supply. So spend the logs and the nails going repairing everything. Then once everything has been repaired successfully, go ahead and start expanding the wall a little bit further, so that way we can at least protect the animal housing, because obviously, you know, the thing is very vulnerable to attacks now. Just because, you know, the hunters had to go and prove a point or something. But that's not going to stop me. We'll keep the base defended. We'll keep the little critters safe. And more importantly, I'm going to protect my investment that I've put into this base. You know, in the sense of the animal housing. I mean, it's a fully upgraded animal house. So, I mean, who knows? Cold Games might favor us with the development of a large animal house, which would be nice, but I guess would also be extremely resource intensive in the sense of, you know, making sure that everybody is fed and watered at all times. that's when I think you need to go ahead and think a little bit further in terms of slight automation and actually, develop some kind of like, I don't know, kind of like a water pump or something, or just automatically, chucking food into their animal house. I mean, I don't know. I don't make the rules. I don't write the code for the game. I just play it and try and live it. Living it large and live. That's all I can do. Oh, good. We're getting up there now. We'll work our way around a little bit and see what kind of havoc we can do, or, mischief we can get into. And maybe we'll take down a couple of wolves real quick. Hopefully get some more loot. Take what goes back to base. And go ahead and refill all the stoves with, the fuel bricks. Come on. And then once we do that, take care of the kids. Everybody sit up for the night, and then I'm pretty sure we'll have to do another evening of repair building, logging, and all that other fun stuff that, not necessarily the most entertaining, of course, but... Oh, hang on. Dang it! Why don't you want to live? Tell me. Why? Does that have something to do with my breath? Is that it? Do you not like the way that I smell? Well, it must be something. Because you guys certainly don't want to keep living around with me. And I can't have that. I gotta have somebody come live with me now. Okay, not gonna mess with him. But, yeah. Come on. I gotta bring somebody home. Somebody home to, keep the other chicken company. And eventually I'll bring another little guy for you as well. And then, hey, we have a full house, Oh, that bear went away. I can grab the sixer then. That's right, bear. Just walk away. Walk away. Uh-oh. Not this way, dang it. It's like I wanted you to walk away, but not this way. Just a puny level 1. Don't want to burn the bow on that one. Could try and save the arrows a little bit more. Level 2s and level 3s if we can find them. Ah. Hey, you're a level 3. Right at my toes. Fantastic. Okay, back to the run. Running of me. Got a little too close for comfort with the bear there. Don't want to burn out on the oars. Nor the wolf. I do want to see if I can sneak away with this sixer. And maybe beeline it to that crate that's up there. If I can. Then come back down. Do the repair work. Don't growl at me. Nobody growl at me today, okay? Not in the mood for your shenanigans today. Shush. What did I just say? Oh, yeah. I'm not having it today either, but guess what? We're both here, and we're both going to have to deal with ourselves. So you stay over there. You come over here. I just want to get a peek at your inside so I can see how much fat I'm getting. Okay. Ooh. I took a big inhale of air, and it felt like there was a little bit of a rain mist to it. So it must have been raining outside, I think. Up, and there's a chicken. You stupid bears. Don't make me regret this chicken. Whoa. Whoa. Run away. Run away. Very fast. Run away very, very fast. Okay, at least no one's following. Although, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I haven't really seen a good hunter death by bear lately. That'd be something to kind of witness and see. Ooh. Okay. I think we definitely have enough logs to deal with. My nutrients would also tell me that too. Alright, let's head back to base and get our repair work underway. Well, there's still some daylight left to work with. And well, I still have a few minutes left here. Back in the old times, I would try and keep the game to about, 30 minutes or so, but nowadays I feel like it's more beneficial just to have like an hour-long show. Oh, excuse me. And then just try and do whatever I can. Okay, so put that there. I think that's all the meats. Now, someone did tell me in the comments to go ahead and burn these meats, because I'm going to recycle them for mass. So by burning them, I think he said, or he or they or whatever, however you want to identify yourself, that it does produce more mass that way. So we're going to take their advice and try to, produce stuff that way. Okay, so let's take out the nails and the boards, the cordage, and the hammer. Drop that. Drop that. Okay, we're good to go. Let's do some repairs. Because that one needed a little quick one. Oh, that's right. I was hungry. I forgot for a moment. Okay. I just want to make sure that, at least for this stuff, since it does require a few, extra resources and whatnot, that I'm not wasting a whole lot of stuff. Because, it does take a little bit more time to repair these. Okay. Okay, these are all good for now. That's fine. Might have to go ahead and upgrade that. That's all good. Hey, chicken. Oh yeah, these are just in desperate need of repairs. Not coming in, guys. Okay? Not happening. Well, as predicted, at the very least, these structures are taking the bulk of the damage. So it's not going to be too terrible if we lose this kind of, outer shell area. Come on, there you go, buddy. Okay. Yeah, as long as we keep these walls up and running, not going to be too concerned. Okay, let's just take a little walk around. Make sure we're all repaired up. Don't want to lose the platform yet. At least not for a while anyways. Okay, good, good. Bad. Very, very bad. Nope, something else got done. Thank you. Let's go ahead and check that out real quick. Okay, these are all burned. Oh, they were right. It does yield more mass. Okay, good on you. I'll keep that in mind for next time. Take all these, make a few more bricks. And let's go ahead and get... There we go. Get these all done. Alright, let's go ahead and top everybody up. Okay. Put you in. Top. Top. Oh. Sorry, need your ash. Okay. Go ahead and put you to work. Take that out. Basement. Oh, beautiful. Power is fantastic. Let's go ahead and put our spare ash and this in here. Alright, let's see what we need to go ahead and make next. Well, I suppose for starters, we should probably extend this base out a little bit longer. So, trying to keep things symmetric. Okay, so I need one foundation. Because I think eventually I am going to have to go ahead and just invest in a foundation. You know, there's just no getting around it. And, you know, well, I'm going to have to do it eventually just so I can get up to the second level there and try and defend the base a little bit more strategically. So, okay. Just make sure you line up correctly. Come on, don't do this to me. Seriously? Come on. Really, dude? Really? You're going this way with it? Alright, fine. Be that way. Let's take this one out. And move it over here. Okay. Then we'll go ahead and get this one over as well. Okay. Now I just need a couple of wall segments to put in here. Be right as rain, more or less. There, yada yada yada. Almost. Almost made it up there. Really? You're gonna make me crouch? Oh, merde! Where did you come from, buddy? You should know better than to come sneaking up on me like that, you know? I bet you were one of the rogues. You ought to know better, buddy. I mean, well, maybe not. You're a youngin'. So maybe you didn't know any better. Oh well. You're dead now, buddy. Alright, so again, let's just make sure we're all symmetrical. Okay, so... Yep. And then we'll butt out there. And this way we can also look into potentially putting another door segment over here just to keep us well protected. And really start to do some protection work. Okay, another wall, another wall. Another plank here in a second. Oh. While we're hanging around, folks, go ahead and make sure the shotgun is ready. Okay. Always just, you know, it's always best to be prepared. Because as we learned just a moment ago, you just never know when they're going to come at you. Dropping stuff. Drop these off. Let's check out the plants real quick. Okay, they're doing good. So yeah, before we sign off, stuff is almost ready, huh? Okay. Well, let me take care of the wall first, and then I'll come back and take care of you guys. Okay. Next wall segment. Good. Let's move this one over so that way we're ready. Oops. Oh, you jerk. You jerk moose. You're lucky I don't have time for you right now. Son of a jerk. That's right, run away. Run away. Okay, last plank to put in. And we'll put this up here on the second wall. You can start working on the third wall. Oh, I missed that one. And that's why I need to make the second floor so I can actually get up there. Okay. There's that. Alrighty. Now we're looking good. Okay, let's get the ash and the poops. Let's get some extra waters. Take care of the stuff upstairs. And drop off this excess. Now we'll get the pick later. Alright, let's go ahead and take care of everything here. Okay, and I believe this whole crop is ready. So harvest time it is. Ooh, excuse me. Oh my, we've gone over an hour, so yeah, we'll be cutting this short here in a second. Okay, let's go ahead and turn that off because it's not doing anybody any good. Okay, got our onions, more carrots. Then I could possibly know whatever to do with. Turn you off for now. We'll probably keep them off until these potatoes are done growing. And then we're just gonna, I think I discussed it yesterday, we're just gonna go ahead and just put in a bunch of potatoes. So, down we go. Okay. Take all these. Just extract a lot of them. See, 8x4 is 32. Yep. Okay. Oh, we have a surplus. A little bit of a surplus, huh? Okay. I can work with that. There you go, little chicken. And don't worry, I'm on the case for getting some more friends. Don't worry. I have not forgotten. Oh, you're not doing anything, so go ahead and get to work for me. Just checking out all the ash that we have accumulated. There's that. There we go. Just to keep myself hydrated. Drop, drop, drop. And let's go ahead and drop the rest of the carrots off. Good. It's always nice to have a little bit of a surplus to work with. Okay. Neither of you are ready yet. Okay. Well, I'm putting potatoes in, so you figure it out yourselves, I suppose. Alright, that one should be plenty ready to go. Okay. Go ahead and crank yourself on. Go ahead and top these two, split this in half. And yeah, that's going to be good enough for now. You're all set. those in there as well. Okay. So, I'll be right back to check on you peelers in a second. Gotta take care of this little bit of business. There we go. Okay, dropping them all off. Gonna keep ourselves at the ready. Okay, let's find out. Yeah, we're hungry. That'll work. Oh, almost. Almost worked. Alright. Not ready. You kind of look. Yeah, you're ready. Excellent. Okay. Now then. So we're going to get 3 more potatoes out of here so we can afford to get 2 more seeds. Something else, we can throw them in there. Oh, perfect amount. Cotton it is. Now, in addition to that, I have to go ahead and let's just go ahead and crack out some planks. Because I'm going to need to make the door next, and also the entryway to the door as well. Okay, just checking. Nobody by sea, nobody by land. Just check the map. Oh, there's a little road encampment back out there. Another one at the foothills. And one by the backup base. Which means that this area is right for the pickings. We might be able to get over here and take a little bit of a swim. What the heck? Oh, that's right. The hunters are using different colored glow sticks now. Okay, I see how it is, guys. Not yet. Grow, potato! Grow! What the? Oh, never mind, that's a wolf. I think it's a, yeah, it's a wolf out there. I'm not sure why he's not going after the hunter. But y'all probably can't see that because of the distance. Or maybe that was the boar. Might have been a boar instead. There we go. Alright. Extract all these. Okay, you're all set. Okay. You're all good. Just do a little bit of tidying up around here. Okay, just to make sure it's all good. Oops. Always with forgetting. Take out these. Let's see if I left any fat. Oh, I did. I did. Good on me. Yep. I do enjoy leaving myself little fat presents. So to speak. Aw, no fat. How a shame. Man, come on. Aw, come on. Really? Well, get to work, everybody. I've got things to do and power to keep. Ooh, you're really drained. So make sure you're topped up then. It would also help if I actually turned you on. Alrighty, everyone. Well, I know it's unusual to be ending at the nighttime like this, but hey, time to take a break. Time to get back to the regular working hours of real life and get ready for the next episode. But I'm sure the hunters will come out for another round. So thank you all once again for stopping by, hanging out, watching the video. You know, it's been a bit of a lengthy one, but hopefully it was well entertaining with all the various hunter attacks. Now, I hope you all have a great day ahead of you. I will see you all in the next episode, but until then, as usual, this is Captain MKG signing off.